everyone, it's Patty. Welcome back to the channel. So for today's card project, I'm working on two different fireplaces. I've got everything already die cut from the Fireplace box die set, and now I'm just doing some random ink blending so that the bricks have highs and lows. Okay, so this is a 3D die set, and part of it is a treat box. So there's two parts to the treat box. I've cut out, it's these two dies. You only need to cut out one of each in order to make the treat box. And this treat box stands on its own. So if you want to cut it out of really pretty paper and just make a really pretty box, you can do it. It does that on its own. Or if you have other ideas for it, this is only 3 inches by 4 inches, so you can create this out of heavyweight cardstock and then those lighter weight decorative papers. You can cut it out and put it on the front and the back and that kind of thing. So lots of options just for the treat box portion. So you cut it out and you score. Everything just goes in towards the middle. There's no fancy remembering to score one thing one way and one thing another. It all just goes the same way. And then we'll get a little score tape on here, which I am terrible at using. No lie, I hate it. I usually use glue. Okay. And this is the part that I hate. I can never, ever, ever, ever get this. Okay, and look, by some small miracle, that one came off. Okay, next one. I didn't get all of it. There we go. Okay, that's probably the best it's been. So we're going to take and glue the flaps together. And so when you do this, you want to make sure that the flaps are facing you or pointed towards you. Each flap needs to be towards you. And so you just line it up with the edge and adhere it, and then flip it and make sure these little legs are tucked in and the legs belong on the bottom. And then we line this up. There we go. And so if you keep the legs in, all you have to do is tuck in that flap, and you can glue it down or score tape it if you want, but it's a well designed, very secure. And then you tuck these flaps in and tuck in the top, and you've got this wonderful little gift box, treat box, whatever you need it to be. And so with building the fireplace, to me, there were a couple of ways to do it. You can just build the box on its own, and then let's say I wanted a brown fireplace. I could, like I said, this part's 3 by 4. I could cut out a little piece there and glue it on. And then you want that little circle to go up. And then this gets tucked into the line, so I could put a little glue on that, and then this gets tucked in like that. And then you glue this down, and you've got your fireplace. And this little cutie patootie swag or garland can go right there, so it covers the line, so it looks like one seamless piece. There are so many dies in this set. It's so wonderful. So you can do it that way, or I traced around it and then cut it out, and then I can glue the grout down to it and then just trim to make it fit. Or if you want to just take like a 5 by 7 card, which I don't have one handy, but let's just say this is 5 by 7. You can just grab your here it is. Here's the 5 by 7 card, and you can just take and glue this on the 5 by 7 card, and that way you create your little fireplace scene, and then you can put your sentiment up there. So that works well too. So that's how the different ways I would use it. And now let's get to building these and getting them decorated. So now that we've shown you the different ways you can use the fireplace or build the fireplace, I'm using 2 of the dies, the stockings from the die set, and there's a big one and a small one, so I'm cutting out 2 of each, and then I mask them off so that I have a white top to each of the stockings. And you could definitely add different decor to the stockings. I just wanted mine clean and simple. And I'm using Catherine Pooler's Rockin' Red to blend on those. So now I'm assembling my card box. So I've got the card box cut out, and then I cut out that additional panel that I ink blended on. And you don't have to do it that way. You could have just ink blended on the actual box itself, but I wanted to do it this way. And then I glued 2 parts together just because my cardstock was a little bit flimsy and I just wanted it to be a little bit thicker. And you can see how nice that box folds down. So then to add the grout detailing, I went outside with my Elmer's Craft Bond and I sprayed the back of the grout and then stuck it on the paper. And it worked great. Don't get any on your fingers. You'll have it on for days. So now I am scoring. This part goes around, it wraps around the hearth of the box die set, and it also is the mantle. But I chose not to have my mantle wrap around, so I cut that little hexagon piece off the end and just used the long part for my mantle. But you could have a wraparound mantle. I wanted a wraparound hearth because it, even though the box is beautifully made and would probably stand on its own, it really stabilizes it and helps it to stand freely. So I'm putting double-sided tape, and so you do the long part on the front and then you wrap the other part around the side. So you cut 2 of these out and you do the same thing. And then the side piece has a little tab on it that you tuck into the long part. So it's so cleverly there. I'm tucking in the tab, and now I'm wrapping everything around and tucking in the other tab. And it worked beautifully. A little glue and the tab is permanently tucked in. And there we have, yeah, a little help with the pressure there. But then there we have the hearth, the wraparound hearth. And I really, getting the other tab tucked in and glued down, I really like how that was designed. It didn't take me any time at all to figure out how to use it. It didn't come with instructions and I didn't need any. So now I'm gluing on, as you can see, I cut that little end piece off and gluing on the mantle. So the mantle is 4 inches long. So getting that to stick. And then we can move on to the fun part of decorating the fireplace for the holidays. So for the decorations, it comes with a wonderful swag, and then it also comes with all these holly dies. So I'm just taking ink and blending on the holly dies, and I'm not going to make you watch me ink blend all of them. You've seen me do it before. That's all I was doing. So now I've completed all of my ink blending, and there's that great swag that you get. And honestly, you don't need to add the holly to it. I think it's decorative enough. You could put a couple sequins on it and it would be beautiful. But I'm adding the holly, so I'm doing the little pieces of holly and then adding the berries that come in the kit as well. So I did ink blend all the little pieces of holly. I did some ink blending on the swag itself too. And then the die set comes with the perfectly sized little star. So I also add gold stars onto my swag, but I wanted to get the holly down first just to make sure I had room for the gold stars. So you can hang the Christmas stockings from the swag, but if you have the Christmas card house die set, there is a light set on there that works beautifully with this. So you could put the swag on just plain and then use the lights from there and create a fun mantle with that. I ended up on my card using it on the top of the card instead, but that's how I created my swag for this, for the fireplace box. So then there's the opening into the fireplace, so you just glue that in. And then I would just suggest, there's the logs. I would actually, if I had to do it again, I would glue the opening to the hearth, or the opening into the fireplace first, and then glue the bricks down over it. I think it would have been just a little bit better look. It wasn't a big deal, but just a suggestion. So now I've got my fire going, got the logs in there, glued the stockings onto my swag, gluing my swag onto the mantle. And then it came with the most darling little fireplace tool set. So in our household, the fireplace tools are kind of a bronze with a little copper showing through, so that's how I made the tools on this. And then you get the platter for the cookies for Santa, which is adorable. And then there's the little milk jug. And then it even has a little die cut for the cap to make a metallic cap for the milk jug, which is adorable. And I just colored my milk jug with a white acrylic paint marker to get it to look like milk. And then these candles, there's several dies. So there's a die that cuts out the solid candle with the flame. And then there's dies that cut out the other candle, the rest of the candle, no flame. So you can do a decorative paper and put that on top, and then you have the flame kind of behind it, and it looks wonderful. So I had leftover holly, so I decided to decorate the top of the fireplace as well. So gluing the larger holly down, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my little bow. So here's the card we just did, not a card, it is a 3D box. Here's the box we just did together. It does stand up on its own. The little flap right there you use to open the box. And you can get a lot in it. It's 3 inches by 4 inches long and then 1 inch deep in the width. So you can get a lot in there. So the stockings come with the set. Everything on the mantle comes with the set. The candles come with the set. The bow I got from the Christmas set with the snowman. I can't think of the name right now, but I have it right here. Christmas accessories set. The holly up here came with the set. The fire, the logs, the cookies. See the 2 parts of the cookies? You cut it out in dark brown, and then you can cut out the top layer. The milk with the lid and the fireplace tools all come with the set, as well as the mantle, which could be a wraparound. See how I have a wraparound on the bottom? I could have done a wraparound on the top as well, but I didn't want to. I just used one part for the top. And then the berries. Everything comes with the set. So it's really great. And then you also get the 2 parts. I'll pull one of them out. This piece here and this piece here, you cut one out each, and that makes the box. This does the top half of the fireplace, and then this helps do the wraparound on the mantle and on the hearth. So there's that. And then I made just a simple box, just to show you what a great gift box this makes, just due to the size. So this is something that I would either, for my tellers, I would put treats in there and a gift card at Christmas. For my kids when they were in sports and living at home, for their coaches, I would have done little gifts in there. For teacher gifts, this is just a perfect size gift box. And then I made a card, a 5x7 card, and I decided to put the candles in the fireplace because I know a lot of people do that. And then everything again came with this set, except I used the lights and the Merry Christmas and the bow from the Christmas card house die set. Otherwise, everything else is from the Christmas fireplace set. And so the fun thing about this set is that, if we have fireplaces, we decorate them for the seasons. So you could this could have been black and orange for Halloween, and then do Halloween things across the mantle. And on the wizard sets from Pixi Dust Designs, you could have done ghosts coming out of the fireplace or out of the chimney or something. It could have been really fun. You could do Valentine's Day, everything pink, white, and red. For spring, you can do a floral Easter mantle decoration. You can have little rabbits hopping by. You could do, take this Christmas light set, instead of putting lights on it, you can put little Easter eggs on it and hang it across the hearth because it does work. And then you can do patriotic for Memorial Day and 4th of July. You can do sunflowers or little, yellow and brown flowers for the fall. So this is really a year-round set, even though they've created it for Christmas. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And we will see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.